guys, darlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jess with Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and star into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for being here for the first time. I'm so glad you're here. For those of you who are returning for another weekly, thank you for rejoining me for another one of these readings. And to those of my who are my subscribers, thank you so very much for your love, your loyalty, and support. It means the world to me. I am forever grateful to each and every one of you. I want to mention that I have my first Capella class. People usually call them master classes, but I wanted to do something different and call it a Capella class on reintegrating the divine feminine. I have 3 different sessions for those. If you want more information, you can stick around to the end of the reading, or you can check out the description box below on more information about what that entails and how to book it and the dates and times and things like that. Also, if you would like a personal reading with me or a coaching session, that information is in the description box below. All right. I wish you guys a wonderful, beautiful, motivational, inspiring week, and I wish you a happy Valentine's Day. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly reading. How's it going? I hope you are well. I wish you a wonderful week and a great weekend ahead. Sending you many blessings and much, much love. If you've never been here before, Scorpio, what we're going to do is we're going to see where your overall theme is for this week, what you need to focus on and what you need to avoid for your spiritual growth, because that is what this is about. So you can align yourself and attract the many blessings and miracles God has waiting for you. Stick around to the end so you can see what other guidance spirit has for you, what healing crystal will help you support these energies, and what your affirmation of the week is. We'll also see what guidance we have for you with regards to your love situation. All right. Remember, time is fluid. Even though I say this week, this really is a timeless reading. Divine timing is always at play. Everybody loves divine timing. But when you really embrace that, time does not bother you whatsoever. I guess there's a reason why I'm saying that. I'm already seeing Wheel of Fortune, but or 3 of Wands, or 7 of Pentacles. Patience. All right. I also highly recommend that you watch your moon rising, Venus, and your north node so you get a bigger picture as to what is surrounding you this week, and you get even more guidance to help you support that. We have, I love this card, the Silver Waterfall. Look how awesome this card is. Look at all the beautiful colors. Here we go, the Silver Waterfall card. Scorpio, you're the first sign to get this card since I've been using this deck. So, this is really about finding your abundance within. Knowing that things will get better. Usually rainbows are a symbol of promise. God sends. That's what God placed in the sky after God had rained down 40 nights and 40 days with that flood, with the Noah's Ark, all that stuff, right? The rainbow appeared so that he was making a promise to the world that he would never flood the earth again, right? So there could be a promise for you here from God, Scorpio, that whatever it is that you're going through, this too shall pass, that there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. I see 5 of Cups with this, that everything happens for a reason. And we have to really seek the rainbow because there's always going to be some sort of prosperity, some blessing that comes in, because it's always there. A lot of us don't really look at it that way, right? A lot of us may look at it where, oh my gosh, there's a cascading waterfall here. Maybe there's something with emotions, or there's something where things are just crashing down, things are falling, right? And then there's a person who's all the way at the bottom. She's trying to get up to the top. But it's like she feels like it's impossible to go up that waterfall to get to that rainbow, right? But what I get from this is that with God through, I don't know why I can't get this right. Through God, all things are possible. There we go. I got it this time. So a lot of you have to start really and embrace this and believe it, right? Because, and yeah, you know, it's kind of hard because a lot of us expect to see miracles, but we don't want to do the work in order for that miracle to come in. This is why I say it at the beginning of my reading, where, you know, to align yourself and attract the things, the miracles and blessings God has waiting for you. But that means you have to put in the effort. You may have to swim upstream to get that. Really say, you know what? I don't know how I'm going to get up that waterfall from down here, but I'm going to get there somehow. And that is where God comes in. You know, and if we allow God to just take control over everything, because essentially God is in control of a lot. We only have control of how we respond to things and what we invest uh, our money, time, and energy into, and how we live our lives, right? But then God makes all the other magic happen, and He makes all these promises and blessings and miracles happen. But we have to do that work of trying to do, you know, what seems like it's impossible, but God's going to make it possible as long as we do our hard work, right? Swimming upstream isn't really necessarily an easy thing to do, right? So as we're doing that, you know, it could very well be a very challenging, trying time, but know that by some miracle, you're going to get to the top of that waterfall, okay? You will get there. You just have to persevere and stay determined. It's like Nine of Wands and Seven of Wands and King of Wands and Knight of Wands and Queen of Wands and Seven of Pentacles, that type of thing. And pat yourself on the back with all the achievements that you make as you're progressing forward in your journey, okay? Stay balanced and happy. Make sure that you tend to your own garden. And with this waterfall here, I'm seeing Ace of Cups with renewal and rejuvenation. Make sure that you do certain things in your life to make you feel renewed, to make you feel fresh, relaxed. Whether it's doing something that you love to do, being out in nature, going to a spa, taking a sea salt bath, you know, just sitting in silence somewhere, whatever this is, just make sure that you continue to do self-care routines, activities that are going to help you feel renewed. It's kind of like recharging your batteries. All right. When you do that and you maintain that balance, especially emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, you are going to raise your vibration. I mean, this is a very high vibrational card. You can just see it's a beautiful, beautiful card. And this is also about protecting your energies too, right? If your energy is kind of dipping, waning, waxing, whatever, and you know you're surrounding yourself with lower vibrational energies, make sure that you protect them, and let go of those people who are interfering with your positive energies, okay? So that could also be, maybe there's like a detoxification that's needed here from those people. It could also be your health habits. Maybe you're not getting enough sleep, or you are eating things that are not for your highest well-being here. Maybe exercising more. Maybe, apparently somebody here likes to swim, because I'm getting swimming. If you know you have a pool or something, if that's you, Scorpio, go back to swimming. Okay, maybe swimming's a thing for you, or whatever, something with water. All right, and I believe there was a reading maybe you got where water therapy or being around water is a big thing for you. So there may be some blessing coming in for you, Scorpio. And in order for that to fully come in, just continue to raise your vibration. I'm hearing the word remain positive, words, I should say. Okay. Remain positive about whatever this is. Keep your vibration high. And don't allow anyone to interfere. Don't allow the dark forces to interfere with that too. I'm seeing Seven of Wands with that. Or anybody who's trying to bring you back down, because maybe people are starting to see that you're changing, your vibration is changing. And they're like, what the heck is wrong with Scorpio? And you're saying to yourself, well, I've been doing things differently. And, you know, this is for some of you, not for all of you. Remember, it's a collective reading. And other people don't like what they're seeing, so they try to push you back down at the bottom of the waterfall, right? But don't let those people put you there. But even then, even if you feel like they are, you have to still stay within that waterfall. See, she's in there. Now I'm looking at it differently. She's bathing herself in with this water here. Again, that's the Ace of Cups energy. Continue to seek God, continue to allow yourself to flourish, and make sure you maintain that high vibration, the bliss, the joy, the happiness. That's what Ace of Cups is. And again, that does take some work to keep your energies high. I know for me, it takes a lot of work, and every time they dip, I know exactly what to do to bring them back up. And if there are things or people who tried to bring that down, it happened with somebody who wrote a not so nice comment on one of my videos the other day, and I was like, okay, let me see how I'm going to tackle this. And I didn't let that person, bring me down. And sometimes people do that because they don't like your high vibrational energies. They don't like this happiness and joy and fulfillment that you're feeling. So if this is you, Scorpio, don't remember to protect your energies here. And if you're picking up on people's negative energies, you got to do something about it to make sure that it doesn't lower your vibration. Okay. So whatever it is that's going on in your life right now, Scorpio, it's really about tending to you. Okay. You are responsible for your own wellness, your well-being, and your happiness. No one can and will do that for you. It's all up to you. You want your life to feel more like this, you have to put in the work to do it. Of course, you also have to shield your energies, unwanted energies from others, and understand that you can have more of this type of life. You just have to believe that. And you have to understand that in life, there's always challenges. There's ebbs and flows, right? There's positive things, there's negative things. Things that happen that don't turn out as we expected, right? Five of Cups energy again. But know that everything happens for a reason. Like I said, there is a light at the end of the tunnel here. There is a rainbow there. There always is. And that's God right there. As long as we're following that light, everything will still feel like this energy here. And yes, it could be very challenging to do that. But for me, it took me a while to be able to maintain this type of vibration as much as possible, right? I had to kind of swim upstream a little bit. But then I started to realize that I didn't have to do that anymore when I really found God. And I was like, okay, I know how to get back to this high vibrational state and to maintain my balance. Even when something seems threatening or there's something uncomfortable or unusual that pops up in my life, like that comment that I talked about, it's like, okay, like I gotta gain my composure and I know what to do with this. And after I responded, I felt like amazing because I said, wow, I've come a long way, because the old Jess would have been affected by that negative comment, and I would have like shut down the YouTube channel and think that I wasn't worth anything. You know the drill, right? I learned how to really maintain this. So this is really about, I see 10 of Cups with this. Raising your vibration is key this week. Don't let anybody interfere with that. All right. Do things that make you happy, that light you up. For me, music is a huge thing. If I'm preparing for something, like before I'm doing my lives, and I've gotten so much more comfortable with doing lives on YouTube, before I do my channeling, my YouTube videos, before I read for clients, before I may do something that might seem a little bit scary, I listen to music. If something dips, right, like I said, music is my go-to. It's my first love. I don't know where I'd be without music. And that is one of the best things for me, not only to manifest with, but to get my vibration back up. And some of you probably love music too, but don't go listening to depressive music and it just makes you feel even worse. That's not going to help you, obviously. Listen to songs that you used to listen to when you were a kid, when you were a teenager, right? I had one song from this group called The Party of the Mickey Mouse Club. I was doing a reading for myself and it just popped in my head out of nowhere. I have no idea where it came from because I haven't heard it in gazillion years. And it was on Spotify, and oh my gosh, the craziest thing that happened on Saturday, because Friday was a triggering day for me because some stuff surfaced from my past and I had to kind of like do more purging with it. And the next day I was listening to that song. I was vacuuming, guys. I was doing dishes. I was mopping floors and housework. All right. But my vibration was through the roof. It was like this. Some crazy miracles happened that day with my business. I said, what just happened? I was in such a super high vibrational state, higher than what I normally am. And I caused all those things to happen. So it's like for some of you, you know, watch the miracles unfold when you're just not giving any care in the world and you're just doing your thing, even, you know, mundane stuff, like I said, you know, challenging things or things you don't like to do. It's like, you know what, I'm just still going to have a high vibration. I'm still going to maintain my balance through this and watch what happens. Okay. So, do those things for you that you know are going to get you back up here, and release anything that doesn't serve you anymore. It's like 8 of Cups. Okay. You know, there are things that just weigh you down. You know, there are people that weigh you down, that kind of, you know, they're not backing you up. They're not on your side. I don't know what this could be. It could be a lot, even a job, right? Where you're working with people, there's toxicity there, and people are trying to compete with one another, but they're doing it maliciously. You know, nobody's really supporting anyone. You know, just get away from those energies, because that stuff does affect your abundance. It does, right? That's why my angels told me to put in my 2 weeks for my job, and it wasn't just to get to another job. It was to end my career, period. Because they're like, okay, Jess, you're ready to embark on start working towards finalizing your, not finalizing, but really focusing more on your business and your healing, and to prepare you for what's to come. But that job was going to block my abundance, my blessings, my miracles. All right. So release those things that you know it doesn't bring you this energy here, Scorpio. And do more of what brings you to that state, okay? That is going to be very, very helpful. Maybe looking at this image, or if you want to take a screenshot, you pause it and you take a screenshot, and maybe you look at this image every now and again, because probably you guys, your vibration went up when you looked at this card, okay? I know it, you know, my vibration was high, fine, but like after Cancer's reading, it went up even more after this, after looking at this card, okay? So maybe that will help you, or just having pictures of rainbows around you, or waterfalls, or looking at videos with water in them may help. It's kind of like the other videos that I did with the stream that was actually my own footage from Great Falls in Ellicott City, where if you didn't see those messages, maybe those messages will help you. If you just look at the water there, that, again, water therapy, that might help. And with whatever messages are coming through to help you raise your vibration, maybe listening to more of what I created with those videos or other things similar may help you. Okay. So we have serendipity here. We got like another like rainbow star over here. And here's the sun. Sun is the best card in the deck. Excuse me. Yeah, it's all about raising your vibration. And there's water again. See, maybe somebody likes boating or canoeing or kayaking. If that's you, Scorpio, go do more of that. Some of you really need to be out more in nature, something with water. There's a lot of water energy here. Again, Ace of Cups, 10 of Cups type of energy. And, you know, everything that you continue to shed, you let go of, Scorpio. Know that it's part of your journey. Know that these serendipitous things that are happening, it's to help you to continue in your boat and continue traversing through that water, navigating through the water, navigating through your emotions, navigating through the calling that the mission that God called you to do. Let go with the flow. There's the other thing with the water. Just go with the flow. Okay? things will come up and you'll be like, oh my gosh, I have to let go of this too. Let it go, because that's God telling you, you know what, Scorpio, this is really the time for you to do this. But just keep pushing through. Allow yourself to trust your intuition. Continue to trust your intuition and just go with the flow of life. See where the water takes you. See where the wind takes you. It's going to lead you to that sun there. Again, the sun and the star, the rainbow, that type of thing. The angels are supporting you here. Some of you are very strongly attracted to the angelic realm. And you're starting to see that. This also talks about your deceased family members who are supporting you, your ancestors, other archangels, other angels, other, maybe even other people, humans, but they're helping you energetically. You know, it could be something like that too. So again, this is just waiting for the right place at the right time. It will happen. Don't force things to come into your life to help you raise your vibration. You do that on your own. Remember, it's kind of similar to Cancer's reading. You are responsible for your well-being and your happiness. And trust that things, wonderful blessings and miracles will happen to you at the right time, at the right place, right? Again, that's probably why I said according to God's will, God, the divine timing. Okay? You have to be able to appreciate divine timing and the serendipity that takes place in your life. God has it all planned out for you. You just got to go with the flow. Okay? Let things unfold in their own time. That's why I said divine timing. This is what I had to learn too. I had to stop trying to control. I had to stop chasing relationships and forcing myself into a relationship, or, you know, trying to get myself into one just thinking that I was going to feel better. And, you know, trying to make things happen for me instead of allowing God to make things happen for me. When you learn to just trust in divine timing and you're just Queen of Cups and you're going with the flow, surrendering to God, Hangman, and say, you know what, God, you guide me to what I need to do, and I will just go with the flow. I will just continue on in my path, trusting in you, trusting in your timing, and not trying to force it. Especially if God, your angels, signs, synchronicities are showing you, Scorpio, what's to come or what God is promising. Trust in that. But know that God has to wait for the best scenario, perfect orchestration, the best time for you to receive it. All right, we're in this generation now. You know, it's like freaking Amazon Prime and DoorDash and microwave. I need it now. I want it now. Why isn't it coming to me now? Let me tell you, a lot of this has to do with the astrological transits. If those planets aren't aligned for you to receive what it is that you are desiring, it's going to be a cluster F, right? It's not going to be what you had hoped for. God needs everything to work out perfectly. And remember, if whatever it is that you're desiring involves other people, they have to be aligned. God has to work things out with them and their person, their kids, their family, your kids, your family, where you're at. Everything. Okay? Everything. It's like I talked about in another reading where if you're hoping to, like, for a new home or moving, and, you know, you're trying to force it, but God's like, just be patient, Scorpio. Just wait it out. God has to find the right realtor, the right day, the right weather, maybe, the right home, the right location, all the people who work with buying that home, you know, your time, whoever else you're dealing with. You get the point, Scorpio. That's why we just have to allow the chips to fall where they may, okay? So, but just stay committed to doing what you know is right for you. Remember, raising your vibration to call in these miracles and blessings is going to be ultimately important here. Because that's why I said, if you're not in alignment with what it is that you are desiring, you won't attract it. You have to be vibrationally aligned. That's why you have to make sure that you protect your energies and you keep your vibration high. All right? You do that, and then God's going to do the rest, and it's going to put everything into place. Again, it's about perfect orchestration here. I'm seeing the Temperance card with that. And whatever is not working out for you, or especially if you try to rush things like Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, and it backfires, that's God telling you, slow down, Scorpio. That was not meant for you, or you're not ready yet, or that's not ready yet. Just go with the flow, okay? It's kind of like go with the Knight of Pentacles energy here. And if you know you're supposed to be doing something and you're procrastinating, Scorpio, stop procrastinating. Listen to and act upon your intuition. All right? You get that intuitive urge, and it says, Scorpio, it's time to go. It's time to do this, do that. Do it. Don't question it. Don't doubt it. Don't second guess it like Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords energy. Ride the wave. See where it takes you. Go with the flow. You're going to be surprised by where it's leading you towards. It's going to lead you towards that sun, that waterfall, and that rainbow. And you're going to be like, holy cow, I had no idea that that's where God was taking me. Because God does want to surprise you, Scorpio. He loves that. And when God brings you those blessings and miracles, praise God. Give thanks to God and go tell it on a mountain type of thing. But for in some cases, God doesn't want you to say everything, because then that brings even more negative energy towards you, because people will get jealous, people will try to sabotage, people will try to say, oh, well, you had this, or you were just lucky, something like that. So be careful with that when you get those blessings. I was thinking Hermit too. Oh gosh, guys, look, it's the Ten of Cups. See? And the Ace of Pentacles. And the Hermit. Guys, look. What did I say? It's the Knight of Pentacles. See, you gotta have patience. Continue to work hard towards your goals, guys. Continue to take responsibility for your life's actions, your happiness, your well-being. This guy is very, very focused on his health here. Okay, this is Earth energy. Maybe you're dealing with an Earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Maybe they might be interfering with your energies, okay? Again, that's for some of you, not for all of you. Remember, it's a collective reading, okay? You got to be honest with yourself, because you know your story better than anyone else. But patience is needed. Diligence, persistence, and hard work. What was I talking about? Stay committed to the task at hand. It's taking a while, yes, Scorpio. But trust that you're going to get there. The Knight of Cups. I'm sorry. I thought this was the Knight of Pentacles. It's the Knight of Cups. See what happens? These cards confuse me, because I can't see the cup in his hand. There it is. It's blending in with his armor there. Either way, there's a reason why I said Knight of Pentacles, okay? There's no mistakes when I'm channeling. Knight of Cups, following the Holy Grail, right? This is the second slowest night. This is you following your heart. I was talking about trusting your intuition. See where it leads you. It's going to lead you to your ultimate fulfillment, Scorpio. Some of you, again, this energy keeps coming up for you guys. You are very artistic with something. You're very gifted in the arts. Whatever, like I always say, music or composing music, poetry, digital art, drawing, painting, something like that, Scorpio. You're very gifted at it. Stay on that path. Continue to follow your heart. It will lead you to that silver waterfall. You just have to trust in that. And again, with the divine timing, it may be slow, but you will get there. But as you're going through that journey, you're going to start seeing a lot of things about yourself that you're going to be really happy with. And you're going to say, wow, you know what? As long as I'm following my heart and I'm trusting my intuition, my instincts, I'm continuing to fall in love with more of myself. I'm following, oh gosh, I can't talk. I'm falling more in love with myself. I'm falling more in love with my artistic abilities. I'm falling in love with my own heart. It's about the journey. It's not the destination, right? As I always say. And you're going to really embrace those things about yourself to the point where you're really loving yourself more and you're going to trust yourself more. Because as you really start to embody this, and you start to see as you're going on your journey to see what is ultimately going to fulfill you, could even lead you to the Ace of Cups, which is also the love of a lifetime, okay? You're going to encounter a lot of things that are already making you happy before you get to that thing that you thought was going to make you happy first. Or you felt that you needed that to bring your happiness. Again, you are responsible for that. So whatever your intuition is leading you towards, you got to trust it. Because it will bring you to that silver waterfall. It will. The Hermit, Ten of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. These are amazing cards, okay? I said this is the energy of the Ten of Cups. It definitely is. You got to go through that journey. Follow your emotions to get to here. But you're also going to have to go within and retreat. It's like start focusing on your spiritual mastery. Go within and start analyzing all of these things that you've done, right? Go with it and say, what else do I need to release? Who do I need to let go of? What is not serving me anymore? What patterns have I been continuing to repeat? You gain a lot of wisdom by doing that, Scorpio. And when you start to realize things, this is not me. Why am I in this job? Why am I still doing this to myself? Why am I still not listening to my divine guidance? Because when he really goes within, he's really tapped into that divine guidance, okay? He's really trying to listen first to get everything that he needs to do before he starts working towards his spiritual mastery, spiritual growth, right? Spiritual growth and mastery takes a while. It's Hermit. That's why I say it's slow. This is Virgo energy. Earth is the slowest energy. But we don't achieve mastery with Knight of Swords energy, right? Quickness. We don't achieve that mastery when we only take a month, a week, even a year to try to gain all that wisdom. I mean, this guy's got a beard, and you know in the Rider Waite, if you watch tarot, that guy has a very long beard. He spent a lot of time contemplating and thinking about his life and saying, how am I going to do these things differently? What do I need to do so I can get this Ten of Cups? As soon as you start realizing you're releasing all this stuff, Scorpio, you're going to have epiphanies. You start trusting your intuition, listening to your divine guidance. You're going to get epiphanies. You're going to feel totally enlightened when you go into this phase here, Scorpio. Because you already possess the knowledge within. It's already within you. You have to be the one to seek it, not anybody else. You're going to get all these ideas and solutions to help you get to the Ten of Cups. But it takes patience. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. But there is huge wisdom gained by spending all this time in solitude. The most powerful people Hold on, let me say this again. Those who heal in complete solitude become the most powerful people they do. They become these unstoppable, untouchable, unbreakable, unshakable individuals. That's where true power comes from. It's not your status. It's not what's in your bank account. It's this. That's where the power comes from. This is what I did, right? I'm still kind of in solitude. I don't have friends here anymore that live near me. I don't socialize. I have my son. It's me and my son. The only time I socialize is if I do YouTube lives or if I'm doing lives with my clients or chatting with my clients, but that's not really physical interaction, is it? I've been in this for years, but I'm not fully isolating myself. I know when I need to. That has helped me to build strength and resilience like no other. It's also helped me to maintain my high vibrational state, which is why I talk about I'm 10 of Cups 98% of the time. It took a long time and it took a lot of hard work. It took a lot of self-reflection. It took a lot of removing a lot of crap from my life that was negative, low vibrational. So this is going to help you get to 10 of Cups, not only to have the storybook ending, the happily ever after, the harmonious, blissful relationship, marriage, family. It's also going to help you to maintain a high vibrational state, in a state of bliss 98% of the time of every day. And with that, God is giving you this opportunity, this golden opportunity to build something new for yourself, something that's more stable, that's more grounded. This will also tie into having more financial stability and security. But that self-reflection and contemplation, that hermit energy, spending time in solitude to gain that wisdom, to prepare, to align yourself with what this is going to be needed. And then you're going to have that new beginning, that fresh start. Okay. You got to get more grounded. There's a lot of earth energy on the outside of this. Being grounded and spending time in solitude is going to help you to raise your vibration. This is what helped me tremendously, to the point where, again, I'm vibrating at 10 of Cups the majority of my days. And when it dips down, I know when to bring it back up. It's what I was talking about. I add prayer to that too. I'm always calling on God and my angels for this. So take this opportunity here, Scorpio. It's a golden opportunity for you to attract a life that you didn't think was possible. This is believing in the impossible. This card here, having the storybook ending, the happily ever after, material and emotional wealth, a beautiful, harmonious family, and a marriage. Like your life is just one big rainbow. It's this energy right here. It is absolutely achievable, but there has to be work that has to be done, and a lot of it's going to be done in solitude. This is your perfect opportunity to do this, Scorpio. Now, what I'm getting, there is a blessing. There is a 10 of Cups coming for somebody here. I was talking about like procrastinating on something. Somebody is about to, or come to you, Scorpio, or you to them with a cup of love, with an offer. Maybe somebody wrote a song, or somebody planned something very romantic here, and they're going to come in with an offer. Could even be a proposal, because we have the Knight of Cups here with the 10 of Cups, so there's marriage proposal possibly. Somebody may be offering to blend your families, to get married and create something amazing. There might be somebody here where it's time. If you've been getting, see serendipity? Hold on. Somebody may have been waiting for a sign, that go sign, or maybe you were waiting either for me to say this or for another reader to say. I don't know. Score, this is for somebody specific. You've been waiting for the right time, and you ask God for a sign. When am I supposed to go? And this might be it, Scorpio, where it's time to come out of hermit mode. Because what I'm hearing is that your healing is being complete. This is also talks about healing too. Your healing is being complete. You've achieved something great. You have completed this hermit mode here. It's time to come out of isolation. Your gut has been telling you, you know what it is you need to do to stop procrastinating, to stop being, in hermit mode. Because it's now time for your 10 of Cups. Let's put this here. Maybe you're dealing with a Virgo. Doesn't have to be. Or maybe there's somebody with strong Virgo in the chart. Strong Earth. Okay. Apparently this is somebody's message to go after the 10 of Cups. And that's by being vulnerable, opening your heart to someone, in expressing your emotions and not fearing doing that, because maybe you had a fear of doing that before. Or it's your person. Again, I'm saying it because apparently what I'm picking up on is this person either is Scorpio sun or they have Scorpio in their chart. Could be like rising or north node or something. Or moon. But they're not saying it's necessarily moon. It's more rising north node. Again, that doesn't mean that if this is resonating with you, then take that, okay? I'm just saying that because they wanted me to say it. So it's time for you to come out of hermit mode. To whoever this is, it's time to go after your 10 of Cups. Because you have trusted enough in God. You have trusted in divine timing. You've been patient enough. It's now time for your new beginning. It's going to be a completely new life here. A complete fresh start. Now you're going to build something like the 10 of Pentacles with this individual that you're proposing to, or you're offering your cup of love to. You're going to express your emotions to. All right. So it looks like, yeah, somebody here, it's time to come out of hermit mode. You know you want this, Scorpio, and you know you were destined for this, and God has been promising this to you, but you had to do your work. You had to achieve spiritual mastery and maturity first. And emotional maturity, because that's emotional maturity as well. Emotional fulfillment. You are vibrating at the highest level now, Scorpio. So now it's time for you to, you are ready to bring about what it is that you've always been wanting this whole time. Yeah, there's an offer of some sort. There is some sort of, there could be an engagement ring here, because this is something tangible. Yeah, you're making an offer, not just an offer of love here, but you're also offering solid, stable commitment with somebody. Maybe even a home, wanting to build a home with someone, having somebody be the mother of other children if you really have children, or again, blending the families. You are, or this is your person, Scorpio, they're making this solid offer here of stable commitment for the long term. They want the 10 of Cups with you. They want to have everything with you here. Okay? Oh, look what's underneath the Knight of Cups. See, the Four of Wands. There's a union for somebody here. Marriage for sure. All right? If that's you, Scorpio, you've been waiting for that green light, the right moment, the right time to do this. Apparently, Spirit is telling you that now is the right time. Something about 4 in 4 days. Or 4 o'clock. I don't know. I don't know why they told me that. There's balance. You've achieved something great. This is a major milestone for you. You know that your heart has been wanting a solid, stable family, marriage, happiness, joy. This could be a celebration of some sort, or maybe an invitation to a wedding, an invitation to something to celebrate. Okay? You could be offered an invitation to go out on a date, on a romantic trip, to celebrate how much work you have done, both of you have done. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff here. Oh, look, the moon comes out. I was saying it's not necessarily a moon. Don't let the fears get the best of you. All right? This is really trusting your intuition. Don't worry about the uncertainties, misconceptions about things. Let go of that. There is the light at the end of the tunnel, is the moon card. It's time to go through the unknown here, Scorpio. And don't worry about anything because you are going to get to where God wants you to be. Ooh, this is nice. Let's see what you need to avoid, Scorpio. Look who comes out. The bottom of the deck comes out. It's the Knight of Cups. It's both. Your huge guidance here, Scorpio, is to really follow your heart, okay? Don't listen to anyone who tells you you're going to do what, Scorpio, or why are you heading in that direction. No, they're not God. They don't know what makes you ultimately fulfilled. Only surround yourself with those who are going to push you along, who are going to support you. Because you have what it takes, Scorpio. You do. Your heart always leads you to where you need to be. Trust in that. Okay? And even if it might take a while to get to where, to attract what you want, so be it. You're going to look back on this and say, wow, you know, I've come a long way. And it's just amazing how I changed my perspective on what serendipity really means and how I should just go with the flow and, you know, embrace divine timing. Because again, along the way, you're going to start seeing all these shifts and you're going to start seeing these changes in yourself and you're going to see how much bliss and tranquility you really have in your life because you followed your heart, your path, you followed your divine guidance, you trusted your gut. But this is saying that some of you have a hard time trusting your heart. Some of you, there's still logic trying to get in the way. You're trying to make sense of things by having proof. And there's got to be some logical explanation for this, is what I'm hearing. You don't need that. Sure, you need a little bit of logic for some things, be a little bit practical, but when you trust your heart wholeheartedly, Scorpio, that is you trusting in God. Because God ultimately knows what is best for you. He wants the 10 of Cups for every person on this planet. Yeah, even some of those people that you're like, somebody here really does not like Trump. So I don't know where that came from, guys, but somebody here does not like that dude. And somebody say, what, even that guy? Yes, even that guy. Why? Because even Trump is a child of God. Everyone's a child of God. Those people who we may find who are just, you know, less of whatever, they're children of God. But if you would look at Trump's birth chart, you will understand why he is the way he is. But it's up to him, right? It's up to all of us to get to the 10 of Cups. It's up to all of us to get to the 10 of Cups. So you really have to, you can't not trust your intuition here. Also, Scorpio, if you're dealing with heartbreak or somebody who keeps breaking your heart, get away. This person may be emotionally manipulating you. This is one of the things that you need to cut cords with, that you need to release. Okay? Somebody who's in your energies who keeps doing this to you, whether it is like a love interest or something, or it's somebody around you, it might be another water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, who is trying to manipulate you emotionally, or who keeps making false promises, or they make a promise and they go back on their word, they break the promise, they cancel events, they say they're going to back you up. And I think you got this before, Scorpio. Somebody who can't commit, okay? Revoking offers. Get away from those people. They're interfering with your energies, okay? You don't need these types of people around you. They have issues that they need to deal with. Let them deal with their battles, okay? If you are obsessed with falling in love or being in a relationship, that has to stop. Don't chase love. Let it come to you. All right? The Ten of Cups doesn't come to people who chase it. It doesn't. You have to be in vibrational alignment to get this. And if you are being manipulated by people, or you keep, you're obsessed with, love, or maybe you're overly attracted to someone, or you're obsessed with sex or something like that, that's not going to be the Ten of Cups. That's not attracting it. Obsession is double energy, okay? So get away from that. If some of you are disappointed with your love life, you have to change your emotional state and your vibration. You have to be elevating at the violet flame level, the bliss level, to attract this, Scorpio. It's all about the law of attraction. All right? If you're dealing with unrequited love, you keep putting something in and the person isn't giving that back to you, cut that out. This person's interfering with this. I'll say it again. So you got to focus on your happiness, your vibration here. The person who's supposed to make an offer, you're afraid that your offer is going to be revoked, or that you're afraid that this person's going to be disappointed that you took too long, or you're afraid that this offer is not going to be accepted. Well, it's pretty much revoked, right? Or this may be you, Scorpio, if you're the one making the offer. God has already told you that it's time to do this, right? I said that a few minutes ago. Don't go back on that. God's given you the word. Don't go back on that word. You need to stick to the plan. Okay? Don't put your energies thinking that you're going to be disappointed when you make this offer, because you intuitively know that it's going to be success. Again, watch your thoughts. Your mind creates your reality. Do not give energy into thinking when you're going to make this offer here, Scorpio, that everything's going to go wrong. It will go wrong if you're focusing your attention on that. That's why your vibration is important. Stay optimistic, stay high vibe, and everything will work out fine. Okay? Everything will work out fine. Five of Swords. You think somebody's going to cut you down if you make this offer. You think that someone's going to walk away from this offer. This is Five of Swords. Part of this offer involves you speaking your truth, Scorpio. You're going to stand up for yourself and explain yourself. And there's a little bit of fear, again, with the Moon card. Be careful with the fears. There's a little fear here, or uncertainty, with regards to how this person's going to be receptive to this. And you're thinking that when you actually stand up for yourself and you speak your truth, that the person's going to be like, whatever. Like, they may still feel like triggered by betrayal, or feel like they're still being taken advantage of. If that person gets triggered, Scorpio, and you're the one making the offer, they're not ready for the Ten of Cups. You cannot still be in a place of resentment, anger, and have betrayal, feel like you're still betrayed in your heart, if you want the Ten of Cups. That is not an energetic match. So if there's somebody here who's presenting this offer, being vulnerable, speaking their truth, expressing their feelings, and the person gets triggered and they start trying to chop your head off, or they're hurtful with words, or they say, no, like, I think this is mind games or something, I don't believe this, then they walk away, they're getting triggered. They're not in this vibration. You have to be fully in this vibration and fully stable and have achieved spiritual mastery, gain that knowledge, right? if you are to really receive the 10 of Cups. So if somebody gets triggered and you're making the offer, Scorpio, that person's not ready. But if you're thinking that this is going to happen, that this person's going to be very hurtful towards you or hostile towards you, or there might be an argument or a challenge, get that out of your head. You know better because you're well prepared for this, Scorpio. This is also about making amends. You know that you have to do the right thing by explaining yourself, by being honest, and especially if you were holding in your emotions for an incredibly long amount of time, it's time for you to fess up. And you know this, Scorpio, you already know. You know you need to compromise with this individual. You know that you have to be the one to come forward and not be afraid of being vulnerable, because before you were. All right? It's up to you. You want the 10 of Cups, you're going to have to go after the 10 of Cups. You're going to have to do it, and you have to be in vibrational alignment. Embrace the change. You have to do things differently. Shift your energy to a more positive mind state, because this could be very negative thinking. Could be self-sabotaging. Stop self-sabotaging. Scorpio, stop doing it. It's not going to help you. It will lower your vibration for sure. Stop dealing with people who are lowering your vibration, who try to win at all costs, who try to fight you all the time, whatever this is. This could even be, maybe this proposal is going to come as a surprise, or you're surprising this person with this proposal, okay? And you're afraid that this person's not going to take up on this. You already know, Scorpio. You already know how this is going to work out. Why? Because you already know how the law of attraction works. You know how your mind works. You are the magician. If you want this to work out, it'll work out. If God's been telling you, he's been showing you signs maybe of rainbows or birds or swans. Somebody here, you keep seeing swans, and you're still doubting every time you see the swans, and you're like, that's my sign. And then you're like, wait a minute, no. I need to see it one more time. Scorpio, if that's you, there it is. You can't make it up. You're dropping your jaw right now. You can't make it up. You know what it is you need to do. And again, Scorpio, you can reverse the roles. This could be your person too, all right? I'm just channeling the way they want me to channel it. So let's see what guidance we have. I feel a big shift in your energy, Scorpio. I like it. I like it. Let's see. What guidance do we have for Scorpio? Spirit guides and angels, please and thank you. Thank you very much. Look, appetite. Get out of your comfort zone. See, somebody here is going to be vulnerable. You've had a hard time being vulnerable, or your person has, Scorpio. That's part of your comfort zone. I think I said where you've never really been like this with anybody before. You did the work, though. Some of you, you've done the work. You're completely new. You are brand new, Scorpio. This is for some of you, not for all of you. This is for those of you who've achieved that mastery. Okay? You're vibrating at this level. You've done your work. Whoever this is, Scorpio, you've done your work. There's no need to be afraid of offering this cup, of expressing your emotions. All right? Because you have magic surrounding you. Labrador at the bottom of the deck. See the magic. Okay? Let's read appetite. There it is. Go out of your comfort zone. Burst through your bubble. There is a first time for everything and for everyone. Get outside of your comfort zone to discover what feeds your appetite for life. It's easy to become complacent, to play it safe, and to live in your self created boundaries. Don't let your routine hold you back from challenging yourself. Embrace new and uncharted territory. It is in these exhilarating moments that you find inspiration and uncover what thrills you. Keep yourself on your toes and be excited for the day you have ahead. This is the space where you will learn the most, where you will grow and evolve into the best version of yourself. Hermit mode. When was the last time you did something for the first time? What inspires you? Your affirmation is, I am capable of new and surprising things. See, I was talking about surprises. Today, try something different to get inspired about life. You might plan a trip, try a new recipe, or buy a book by an author you've never heard of. Let's read Labradorite, see what guidance they have there. If you have these crystals, guys, by all means, utilize these to help with your healing. And as you are saying these affirmations, even if you don't, you can look at the image if you want to pause it and take a screenshot, or look up an image of apatite or Labradorite. You don't have to have them with you. If you feel compelled to buy one of these, by all means, go ahead and do so. But this is going to help you with not only saying these affirmations, but for helping you really take in what the guidance is being given to you. All right. See the magic. There is magic all around you. If you lift your gaze from your everyday path, you will find it around every corner. It is in the beauty of a rainbow. Oh my God. See when I kept talking about the rainbow? It's right there, guys. It's in the beauty of a rainbow, the mystery of the stars. I love how this works. There's the star right there. A hug from a friend and the innocence of a child's laugh. Open your eyes to the many miracles along life's journey. Be a participant in the world around you. Believe in divine timing and put your full trust in life's plan. You are exactly where you are meant to be. Take a look around you and you'll find your North Star guiding the way toward your destiny. There's divine. That's why I said divine timing before I pulled any cards. If you could make a wish, what would you wish for? What was the last sign you received to let you know you're on the right path? Oh my God. Sorry, guys. I get excited. You see what I'm saying? Somebody here has been asking about swans. See, when was the last sign you received to let you know you're on the right path? Somebody here's got Pisces in the chart. Because Pisces, I said the same thing. You had the commitment card at the bottom of the deck with the two swans. And apparently that was a sign for you. And you were like, yes, that's my sign. And you doubted it. And you're like, I need to see one more swan or whatever. Scorpio, stop already. I love you anyway, okay? You're on the right path. If there's somebody here, there's swans and or rainbows. You keep seeing one of these two things. Stop doubting. It's like the serendipity stuff, the synchronicities. It's not a coincidence. It's not. Okay? Oh my God. This is crazy. Okay, your affirmation is there is magic all around supporting me. Today, pay attention to the signs from the universe that show up in your life. I swear to you guys, I didn't even read that yet, and that's why I got into that. Letting you know you're exactly where you need to be. Guys, when you keep seeing those signs, it's no joke. I know. I got caught up in that because I would still doubt. I'm like, I need to see it. 3. The other day I asked about seeing 3 doves. I saw 2 in the middle of my live, if you watched my live from last week. And then I saw the 3rd one that night. It wasn't even in 3 days. It was in a span of 3 hours. And I said, okay, I have to trust this. So guys, It's not a coincidence when you keep seeing those signs, okay? And from now on, you keep seeing swans and rainbows, okay? Or stars even. There's your sign. That is your godsend, your blessing. Serendipity talks about, rainbows talk about serendipity, okay? It's not a coincidence. It was meant for you to see these signs. It was meant for you to come across in this reading, or to land in my sector of the universe, as I say. Nothing is an accident, guys. Nothing. Oh my God. Let's see what guidance we have. Divine timing, only time will tell. What's going on with your love situation? What guidance do we have for Scorpio's love situation? Balance. A great relationship is one that's both supports and challenges. All right. There we go. Here's yin and yang. Some of you might be dealing with a light counterpart. This is twin flamey stuff, okay? Masculine, feminine energy. Oh my God, look what came out. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. Balance. We talked about balance before. Especially emotional balance, all right? You got to be emotionally balanced, Scorpio. Oh, here's the big one. Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. See, that's why I was picking up on this. Somebody is getting caught up in the past. They're afraid that the Five of Swords here, because there was hostilities, arguments, challenges, and a connection. Somebody walked away. Somebody got all mad. Somebody said some very not so nice things. There was betrayal here. Somebody acted some way and got stabbed in the back. Okay. And somebody here is afraid to make this offer, especially to make amends and to come in with a proposal. Be like, look, this is how I really feel about you. I really wanted 10 of Cups with you the whole time, but I was afraid. And that's okay, because that person had a lot of healing to do. You have to let the past go. It was there for a reason, to teach you lessons. The biggest challenges that happen in our life, the people who bring us the most, this energy, we learn the most from. Some of you are dealing with a counterpart. You feel betrayed. You were taken advantage of, but this is going to trigger some of you. You allowed it, and you know it. You have to forgive yourself for that. It's okay. I did the same damn thing. I allowed that behavior for my counterpart. And I finally stopped it, and I walked away, and I focused on myself. And I had to learn how to forgive myself and my counterpart. I had to stop focusing on what happened in the past. That is what helped me stay in this vibration, because forgiveness brings you peace, balance, and tranquility. It's the gateway to having the 10 of Cups. It is. That's why I say, if somebody gets triggered, when somebody speaks their truth, or they come back with an offer after a while, you're not ready yet, because you haven't learned the art of forgiveness. You can't have 10 of Cups. You can't have the rainbow and all the miracles and blessings if you don't learn how to forgive. Okay? Your thoughts create a reality. I talked about that. So whoever's worrying about what's going to happen with this offer, get that out of your head. Okay? You're going to manifest the negative things that you're afraid that might happen. You might be afraid that your person's not going to forgive you. But I think you've already been given signs up the wazoo that you've been forgiven by this person. Okay? Let's leave it at that. All right, Scorpio, if you would like a personal reading with me or a live coaching session, you would like to work with me on anything, you can check out all the information below in the description box, or you can hop on to capellawellness.com. Check out my service suite there. I am having my last 2 classes for my Reintegrating Divine Feminine class. It's a very empowering class. I had one of my students make a comment about it. She was not expecting to get that much insight into that class. So I highly, highly recommend that class. It's going to help you to stay in this high vibrational state. I talk about, and it's a process. I talk about what I also did to supplement that, everything else. So my last 2 classes are February 20th and February 27th. More information on that is in the description box. If you go to capellawellness.com, you can book those. Or if you don't, click on the link below and you want to go to the website, it's underneath the coaching category of my Capella service suite. There, you will see the last 2 classes that are listed there. If you have any questions about this reading or about anything at all, please feel free to reach out to me. Don't be shy. Don't feel ashamed. I don't judge. You guys should know this by now. If you're new, I don't judge. It may sound that way, but that is not my place. If I was judging all the time, I would not be in my Empress energy. I would not. I would not be Silver Waterfall 10 of Cups, all right? So feel free to reach out to me. My email is in the description, capellawellness.com. There's plenty of other methods on how to reach me, okay? I also have new, more affordable readings available on my website. I listed all of them in the description box as well. If you want to check those out, I have direct links to those readings. If you go to capellawellness.com, they're underneath the personalized reading section. All right. Okay, Scorpio, that concludes your weekly reading. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today always. I send you so, so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess with Capella Wellness, starring out.